Hi, my name is Courtney, and I wanted to share my story with R-CPD. I actually just found out about the technical name of this condition, a couple days ago. And when I heard about it and read about it, I was shocked, first off, that other people out there were having the same symptoms that I have dealt with my whole life and that there is a fix for it. I was just so excited that I literally spent the entire weekend researching everything around this condition and the procedure and the doctors that do it and how can I get it done. Um, so I wanted to share the symptoms that I've struggled with my whole life. So I'm 31, and for as long as I can remember, I have never been able to burp. Um, like, I can't burp at all. Occasionally, I'll feel like bubbles coming up, but they never actually escape like a burp. Um, Most often, I'll just feel like this pressure here, like there's a gas bubble there, but it won't come up. Um, I have always had major bloating. I'm a petite person, yet by the end of the day, my stomach is looking 5 to 6 months pregnant, especially depending on what I eat. If I eat gas inducing foods, my stomach just like explodes by the end of the day and it's super uncomfortable, tight, painful. It's always been like that. And I've tried elimination diets and they never helped. Um, I take Gas X almost every single day of my life. And just like the gas pains are just super uncomfortable. I've also dealt with reflux since I was a teenager, probably 15, maybe even earlier than that. And so I've been on Pepcid and Tums and omeprazole off and on for years. Currently, I've been on omeprazole because I have a lot of heartburn, nausea. I get nausea very frequently. I wake up in the night nauseous often. I've been to countless doctors. I've been to GI doctors multiple times. I've had an endoscopy done. I've seen holistic doctors. I've done, you name it. I feel like I've done it all to try to figure out the root cause to my stomach issues. Gas is another big one for me. Like, it's TMI, but I've always been a very like gassy person, and people always like laugh it off. And my family's always kind of made fun of me. And to know that like this is like an actual condition, if you think about it, like everyone has air that needs to be released, and most people release it by burping, and I can't. So it's only got one other way to go, but it takes longer to get it out that way since it's got to travel through my intestines. But anyways, so those are the symptoms that I have struggled with: the bloating, the gas, the um, just indigestion, nausea, reflux. All of those are symptoms of R-CPD, and R-CPD stands for retrograde cricopharyngeus dysfunction. And basically, it's where the muscle in your esophagus, like where the lower esophageal sphincter is too tense and too tight. So it just opens enough to let food and liquids down, but it won't relax enough to allow air or vomit to come out. And that's the second thing that I've had, a big issue with is I don't vomit, and I also have a severe fear of vomiting, um, a full phobia of vomiting. I can only think of 3 instances when I was a child where I vomited, and the last one was probably 7 or 8 years old. So it's been years and years and years, decades since I have actually been able to vomit. And that's not to say that I have never gotten sick. I've gotten sick and I have laid miserably by the toilet all night before, but it just can't ever come up. And so, I never fully understood the phobia that I have. I partly thought that maybe it was because the last time I did vomit when I was a child, the last time I remember, it was kind of traumatic, and I thought that maybe somehow that like caused the phobia. But now that I'm learning more about this condition, a lot of people with R-CPD have emetophobia, which is the fear of vomiting. And so it's really intriguing to me. So I called Dr. Bastian, who is like the leader in this in the US. I called his office today to see if I could get scheduled for this procedure. And the way the procedure is done is they put you to sleep and they put a tube down your throat and they inject the muscle with botox. So the botox relaxes that muscle so that you can burp. And I've read so many success stories and been watching YouTube videos, and I'm just feeling so hopeful that maybe all the years of stomach troubles are about to come to an end. So actually, they had a cancellation for next week, so I've got an appointment 1 week from today to meet with Dr. Holsley at the Bastion Voice Institute in Chicago, and then I'll have my procedure the next morning on Tuesday. So we are a week out. I'm halfway terrified, but also halfway super excited. I didn't expect it to be such a quick thing, going from just finding out about it 2 days ago to now in 7 days I'm going to be having the procedure. But I just know that this is me. I know that this is the condition that I've dealt with, and it's just so like freeing to feel understood and like have a name to it and know that I'm not just like being dramatic about my stomach, and that hopefully I don't have to deal with the issues for the rest of my life. So I will certainly keep you guys updated and add on to this video as we get to Chicago and complete the procedure, and I'll update as well during recovery and after.